Welcome back to our subscribers, and thank you for joining us if you're here for the first time. My name is Samantha, and I'm a career transition expert. I focus on helping immigrants navigate in their career once they've moved to a new country. I've been taught that where there's no vision, people perish. Without a long-term plan, people wander aimlessly, and anything can become ungovernable. Our vision at NeMAP Consulting is to improve the perspective of the immigrants' careers through our continents. Our aim is to establish a consortium through which immigrants are motivated in their career success, irrespective of where in the world they choose to live. And our vision is ultimately to change the immigrant narrative when it comes to careers in any foreign country. As an individual without a long-term plan for your life, you too would probably wander aimlessly. So it's really important that you know who you are, what you want. Sometimes when people migrate, they get lost in translation. They get caught up in the hustle and bustle of everyday life in the diaspora that you forget why you came in the first place. Any misplaced vision can be realized. Just take a few steps back and think about why you pushed so hard to cross those borders. And as soon as you remember the why, it becomes easier to stay motivated and get to the how. At NeMAP Consulting, we are a team of career transitioning experts, and we help you remember what your vision was in the first place and what it still is. In yesterday's episode, I said I would address people coming from other countries and wanting to know how the Australian workplace functions, so that when they do get to Australia, they know what to expect. So a few basic things. The first, should I say hello when I walk through the doors or not? In South Africa, or even in Zimbabwe where I come from, we say good morning to everyone. You get into a taxi or a cab, it's hello or sawubona. You walk down the street, it's nape or hello. Is it any different in Australia? Yep, it is. Hugely different. And this is just an FYI, Australians generally mind their own business. First day of work, there's a very high possibility that you will need to navigate around the office on your own. People will gladly help you if you ask for help with a smile, but don't expect that new guy treatment that you're used to. And yes, some companies have great new recruits reception processes, don't get me wrong, but most will just show you to your desk and expect your manager to do most of the work. Then secondly, the reality check that in order to work in Australia, you need to have work experience in Australia. This is a bit of a weird one because the rule does not apply to all companies, but it does in most organizations. So for you to get a job, your first job in Australia, when you land, you need to have previously worked here. Funny, huh? Well, it is what it is. The question now is, does having work experience mean any type of work experience, or it needs to be industry specific? That's the $1 million question. And the answer to that question is, ideally, it needs to be directly or indirectly related. You get a way better chance if it is industry specific and exactly a similar type to the job that you're applying for as compared to when you just work. Otherwise, you just need to have worked some job that familiarizes you to the environment and the culture. When being interviewed, an employer wants to ascertain whether you would be a good culture fit or not. And bearing in mind that different industries would have different cultures, so it's really important for Australians to establish that. Then a few small other things such as education. Not to say in Australia education is not taken seriously, however, it is never going to be the main deciding factor. In Africa or in India, or for example, most of my Indian friends tell me this, the more educated you are, the higher the chances of getting the opportunities, the good opportunities that you're after. I remember when I graduated from the University of Pretoria with a degree in finance, but because I didn't graduate cum laude, I just could not get any graduate program. I couldn't even get entry-level finance jobs. Then we have being a good culture fit. To be honest, what most people really mean when they say someone is a good fit culturally is that he or she is someone they would like to have a beer with. People with all sorts of personalities can be great at a job, but that one person who makes the hiring manager feel so comfortable around them is cherry on top. If any of these profiles describe you, or your experiences, or maybe even some of the challenges you're experiencing, then get in touch with us and let's talk some more about how we can help you navigate. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on any of the videos we put out every Monday and Tuesday. Hit the notification button, and each time there's a new video, you'll get a reminder. Remember, we're in this together as we change one immigrant narrative, a city at a time.